YouTube? It's your boy Cutting the King, and today I am as you can see the title, I'm ranking the Hopsin. I'm ranking all of Hopsin albums that I personally like to listen to. I'm trying to get back into the groove of recording vids and shit like that. Um, I'm done with the Lord Cock situation. He said he was gonna, be at my house soon. Um, but that was like 2 days ago, so yeah. But anyway, let's rank these Hopsin albums from like all of them, cause like Hopsin is one of my favorite rappers of all time, and I know y'all be like, you criticize him, man. How the fuck is he? Because if I'm, that's Hopsin. Yeah, that's Hop. But Hopsin is one of my favorite rappers of all time. I criticize him a lot because I know he could do better. Like Pound Syndrome, that was a terrible album, but we gonna get into that. We gonna get into all of that. Now, album that comes in at number Haywire, Gazing at the Moonlight, Haywire, Gazing at the Moonlight, Raw 2.0, Raw. Uh, he had motherfucking Knock Madness, Pound Syndrome. Is that all he had? I think so. Damn, he had 7 albums so far, and No Shame. Okay. So here we go. Now, my favorite. I can't say my favorite yet, but anyway, the album that comes in at number 7 would have to be Pound Syndrome, because I think that was his least worst album that he had. You know what I'm saying? And I think he just could have did better. I think he just threw that album out there because he was with Warner and he was tired of the Warner bullshit. But some of my favorite songs on there was Fly, even though I didn't like the chorus. Fly was, the message was amazing. Scary too at the same time if you think about it. Then he had Ill Mind 7, of course. I'm sure that everybody that is religious or not religious, I'm sure that everybody has had, the longest stream I've ever did was 2 hours. Like 2 hours, somewhere around there. But yeah, so number 7 would be Syndrome. Then it would have to be number 6. This is hard because I kind of like all these albums in to a certain extent, but number 6 would probably have to come in at Haywire. Um, why do I say Haywire? Because Haywire was the song he did with, was the album he did with Swizz, and Swizz kind of threw that album off on some songs. Like Swizz shouldn't have been on certain songs on that album, but you know, hey, so that's what number fucking is that number 6, number 5. Uh, would probably be trying to think. I think I would have to put Knock Madness at that one. Knock Madness, even though I really like Knock Madness, kind of like it, but it's not. It doesn't have a replay value. So some of my favorite songs on that album was Ramona. He had "Give Me That Money." He had "The Fiends," which is my favorite song on that album. Um, "Ill Mind 6." He had so many. "Hop Is Back." He had so many good songs. You know what I'm saying, on there that I was personally like, this is the shit, my guy. I'm proud of you. Like at first I was just like all the Hopsin fans, we like, when the fuck is this nigga gonna drop his album? When is he gonna drop his album? And it better be better than Raw. So when it wasn't better than Raw, I was like, hey. So that's number 5. Number 4 with number 4 of the album. Number 4 of the album. Of my favorite Hopsin albums would have to be Raw 2.0. That was a mixtape after Raw came out. Where he had so many unreleased songs on there. It was just like so fucking dope. I wish he would do something like that again. Who knows? Now, number 3, his third best album to me is by far Gazing at the Moonlight. Um, he had the B-Hop. He had Slurpin. That was hilarious as fuck. Um, then he had fucking Gazing at the Moonlight, the song, Sexy Cyber. Um, he had a shit ton of songs on there that I really liked and enjoyed. Pans in the Kitchen was on Gazing at the Moonlight. Uh, so he had a plethora of songs that I really enjoyed. So Gazing at the Moonlight is number 3. Number 2 would have to be No Shame by far. No Shame was like close to classic, as close to classic as he could get to at that point in his life. You know, All Your Fault, the original version was so dope. Um, Even though I didn't like Ill Mind 9, I really didn't like Ill Mind 9. You know, I don't know, am I wrong for saying that? But I don't like Ill Mind 9 at all. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so number 2 is No Shame. Number 1 of the best albums by Hopsin. Um, Number 1 by Hopsin would have to be wait, hold on, y'all, 1 second. Uh, Now, anyway, number 1 would have to be Raw, obviously. Raw was just like the creme de la creme of an album, period. You know what I'm saying? Especially him coming out with the underground shit and him just crushing motherfuckers. Man, that was just ridiculous, yo. Man, Raw came out. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, you know, hip hop was filled with so much bullshit. It was coming off the Soldier Boy shit. It was coming off of all that poppy good bubblegum rap type shit. And then when Raw dropped and I heard that shit, I said, this is what I'm talking about. This is hip hop right here, motherfucker. And Hop was just killing shit. You know what I'm saying? Hopsin was like the motherfucking Hopsin was basically like a mastermind, just picking his targets. You know what I'm saying? He was dissing every motherfucker, so he just came out like fuck everybody and fuck everything. You know what I'm saying? Sag My Pants. He had Sag My Pants. Fucking Pillow Man. That whole album is so unskippable. Every single song on that album you have to listen to. You know what I'm saying? And like that is what a classic album is to me. When you could literally listen to an album all day and you can repeat that motherfucker to this day, I can listen to Raw with no problem. You Are My Enemy, Killer. Um, he had fucking like You Are My Enemy was probably my favorite because that flow was just ridiculous. He say, I work hard and barely get it paid. How did I get stuck on this page? I've been stalling for like 6 days. I should go and get a switchblade and try to find out where this bitch stays. I'm a lit flame. What's your future? I predict pain. Slit veins, squish brains. I'm just saying. He just killed that whole album. It was like, whoa. He especially that song. Then he had Pillow Man, you know, even the unreleased songs, the demo version of those songs was just immaculate. You know, where will I go? Um, you know, he had so many good songs on that song that you could just relate to. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a like. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Thank you for watching. It's your boy, Cutting the King, and I'm out of here with a W. Peace. Go check out the new video on my other channel, too.